Hey friends, Kevin here out in the minivan. Now, I have had people ask before what my nighttime routine is, how I get things set up, what I do after dark. So I'm going to show you, and this is completely different, a nighttime routine, doing it in this minivan as opposed to doing it in a larger type van. In 6 or 7 years of doing a lot of camping in minivans, doing some cross-country trips, I've pretty much got this down to what works for me. So I'm going to show you what works and what I found that doesn't work along the way. So let's get to it. Coffee, 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 coffee. Cheers. So let's talk about my night routine with minivan camping. Now tonight it will be down into the 60s. I have a couple of things with me. I have this light because otherwise you just wouldn't be able to see me for me to film this at night. But I don't normally carry this. Also, you may have noticed I have this with me. I do carry this sometimes depending on what's going on. Tonight is supposed to be a blue moon. We've all heard that thing, once in a blue moon. Apparently that saying comes because this is something that happens on average like one night every 33 months. Tonight is supposed to be that night. It is also a bright supermoon night. And the moon is bright right now. Unfortunately, it does not look blue to me. So I'm hoping maybe as it changes in the sky, maybe I will get to see a blue moon finally. I don't remember ever seeing that in my lifetime. Let me know down in the comments if you have. And one of my newest additions is this bug zapper, and you may hear it pop and crackle every once in a while as I'm talking. Now, this is nice if you're parked somewhere. You can take this out. It's portable, it's rechargeable. You can set it over on the end of a picnic table with you. If you're around a campfire with some people, you can just set it off to the side, and hopefully it will kind of attract the bugs over there. What I found is actually the most useful to me, see, it just popped. What I found is the most useful for me though, is to be able to, once I'm in the van and done for the night, I can set that thing inside the van with me. And any little gnats or bugs that happen to come in while I had the door open, it will pop and take care of those during the night. I'm not a big fan of mosquitoes, and when I end up somewhere with too many mosquitoes, the best thing I found to do is simply to relocate. But this is during the spring, summer, and fall, dealing with bugs is going to be a nightly occurrence. Also, and I've done videos on this, lately I am very minimalistic in what I carry. And one of the things I don't carry is a chair or chairs, because I can sit with the hatch up, the back of the van, and I can sit out there even if it's sprinkling, raining a little bit. If it's really sunny, that lift gate provides plenty of shade. And a lot of times I will sit either here or the other sliding door area. I can sit on the bed or I can sit here right on the floor. And this works for me just fine and eliminates me having to carry chairs that I am constantly having to move around. But hey, everyone is different. If you want some type of folding chair, by all means, carry one with you. Under this mattress is where I store my window coverings. Now, if I am at Hotel Walmart, if I am in a really busy campground, which doesn't happen much, but I have been in those places where you are pretty stacked on top of each other, then in those situations, I am going to use those window coverings so no one can see in. When I am far out in the woods like this, generally I don't even go to the trouble of putting these up. These windows are pretty tinted anyway. It's going to take a lot of effort for somebody to come over and see in. Also, I carry 4 of these lights. These things are rechargeable. They are lightweight, so you can simply Velcro these right on. So I have a little piece of Velcro in the back, I have one on each side door, and I have one on the front. So if I'm really out somewhere that I have to worry about things coming up or people coming up, then I can simply install these. So what will happen if anyone gets within about 10 feet of this van, it will set off the motion and it will light up the outside and hopefully scare whatever that is away. The great thing about having these as motion is it takes a fair amount to set these off as far as vibration. So even moving around in the van at night, I don't have these things going off by accident. But what will happen is if I need to get out in the middle of the night, as soon as I hit this door handle and start to open this sliding door, the light that I have mounted on here will automatically come on. And that way I will be able to see what is out there before I step out. Because the last thing I want to do in the middle of the night is step out and step on a snake or something. It is a pretty simple, inexpensive method to give you some security at night. It's nice when you're in a situation where you meet people and can sit around a campfire and do that. This, I am so far out and so far alone tonight, it is me and the crickets and a bat that was flying around earlier. So on nights like this, the weather's nice, I can spend a little time outside. But the nice thing about tonight and where I am now is simply this: peace. Sometimes you just need peace. Sometimes you just need nature for healing whatever it is that ails you. The important thing about this setup and my night routine, and trust me, my first couple of setups were not done this way, is I don't have to move anything around in order to do anything that I want to do. I have a chair in the back that is set up all of the time. I have the front passenger seat over here turn around backwards. So it is like that now all of the time. So if I am by myself, I can sit either one of those places. If I happen to meet someone out camping or something and want to invite them in for a cup of coffee and to chat, we can both sit inside the van, not be in each other's space. So that makes it really nice with a lot of room. And then the bed. The bed is already set up. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to make the bed. I don't have to assemble the bed. I don't have to move 53 other things in order to get to the bed. And that is important to me because when I am ready to go to bed, I am ready to go to bed. And if I have to spend 30 minutes moving crap around, I'm wide awake again. And then I can't sleep. So I really, really like this, even at having to sacrifice some other things I may have used to carry with me. It is worth it to not carry all of that stuff and have this bed ready to go at any time. And I've made other videos recently of what I carry in here, which is pretty minimalistic. But I have the ability to cook. I have the 12-volt fridge. I have the battery pack. I have the little coffee maker. So I have hot drinks. I can cook. I can have cold drinks and cold food that won't go bad. So I basically have everything I need in a very minimalistic setup. But if you have something that I don't carry but is an absolute necessity to you, put that down in the comments below so I can kind of see what you have. Because hey, you may be carrying something that I may see and think, yeah, maybe I should carry that. But I have found out over these last 6 or 7 years, there's a lot of stuff I thought that I needed that I really don't. And in the beginning, I worried about not having fill in the blank, whatever it is. Now, I don't worry about anything that I don't have. I just don't. I just try to go, when I get the opportunity to go out, I just try to enjoy it. So with that said, I'm going to spend a little bit more time with this telescope and that moon, and then I'll jump back in when it's time to get inside for the night. So I'm back inside the van. The moon still hasn't turned blue. If I need some ventilation, like most minivans, these little side windows will open up a little bit. So I'm good. I could plug in a little fan if I needed to, but I usually just don't need that. I'm good. I've had the doors open enough. It's generally cooled down nicely by this time of the evening. I've had my coffee and now I'm switching to the hard stuff. So I have this light on while I'm filming just so you can see me. Normally that would be off, and the light that I would have in here would be a little bit of light coming from under the bed from that portable power station display. And then up front, this bluish light is my bug zapper, because I bring it in at night and turn it on. It doesn't put out a lot of light, but there is a little bit. And I'm okay with hearing the snap, crackle, pop sound if it means there's one less thing in here that could potentially bite me. Of course, most of us carry phones. We have a little light on there, and I have this little light here. So I can turn this on, have a spotlight. I can pull this out and have kind of a reading light. So it just doesn't take a lot to make it work. And the thing that makes this work for me now is having all of this space and all of this space in front of me. So if I am in here, I don't feel claustrophobic and closed in. So normally when I'm camping alone and I'm not talking to you, what I would be doing would be sitting here on the phone. If I had work to do, a work project that I had a laptop with me, I might be working on that. I could be watching a movie or listening to a movie on the phone or some kind of cheap little tablet, and that works absolutely fine. You can take a little tablet computer and, you know, if you have something like YouTube or Amazon Prime to watch movies on, a couple of pieces of Velcro, you can just Velcro it somewhere, Velcro it to the headrest up there, and lay here, chill out, relax, watch a movie. So it's whatever that you need to do that makes you happy to entertain you, so you don't get bored waiting for the next morning to come. Bug zapper. And on that happy note, I'm going to wish you all a good night.